Testing 1, 2, 3. Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Cool. Nice. This website's so cool. Anyways, getting distracted. Let's get set up. Right, gotta remind myself where I got to with this. Okay. $50, maybe 2 Pomodoro sessions. Let's try for 2 Pomodoro sessions today. Right, okay, so where did I get to with this thing? No idea why balloons just appeared then. That was weird. Current state. Change to new state. New state, status state. Enter. These are just pass-through functions. Okay. So the way this works is we have this enter. And this runs I think I'm just gonna have to give this a go. Explain how this all works in a minute. I don't really know how this works at the moment. I think I have a vague idea how it works. Let's just go through how it's working right now. So within our /man script, as this node initializes, we initialize our state machine, which is this thing. We have configured this to have a default state of idle. So as it initializes, it first assigns the parent /man node as a property to all nodes within the state machine. And this basically provides a reference to /man so that the individual states can perform actions on behalf of this node. Let's not talk about if this is good or bad at this stage. This is just how it works. So as we initialize, we run the change state function. And what the change state function is it checks if there is a current state. If there is a current state, we run the exit function on the existing state, if there are any functions on it. Now, pause. Right. Right. Yeah. Just doing it. Well, here's your table, by the way. They basically can't do it for it. So I think that other one, I say that but it's still they tend to say Alright, I'm back. Okay, let's take two on this. Let's reset this thing. We are implementing state machines on /man, my test game for me learning Godot. I'm going to try and attempt what I've implemented so far. For reference, I have taken this implementation from specifically this YouTube channel by the Shaggy Dev. He's very kindly put his source code up on GitHub, and the state machines logic is all over here, which is pretty much identical to what I've got over here. I'm trying to implement state machines for my character at the moment. So far, I just have an idle state. All my movement logic is broken at the moment because I need to re-implement it as a state machine. And I'm going to give this a go on this stream. But first, I need to make sure I understand how everything actually works. So I'm going to try and re-explain it again, just so I understand it. This is for me. So let's start from the beginning. Our /man player, which is a character body 3D. That doesn't really matter, to be honest. And the very first thing we do when this node is loaded onto the scene, ready on the scene, we initialize our state machine. So our state machine is a custom component that we've created over here. And what does the initialize function do, the init function? So the very first thing it does is that it loops through all nodes in a given scene, and it assigns a property parent of the parent that we pass in. So self, we pass in self into here, so that our state machine has a reference to /man. And this means that each individual node has the ability to control /man directly. Let's not talk about if that is good or bad at this stage. This is just how it works. So as part of the initialization function, after we've assigned all nodes to the parent, we run this change state method, which is a local method on this script. And what this does is, if there is a current state, and what is current state? Current state is a state, and we need to have a look at what state actually is to understand what it's doing. And there's not a lot of function, there's not a lot of stuff going on here. This is going to hold the state of our player. It's going to hold important information about how the player potentially will react. I've got some stuff that I've commented out at the moment. I'm not sure if it should live in here or if it should live in the actual state nodes itself. But effectively, these are just functions that you can call on each node, and it is the purpose of the state machine class to orchestrate what happens. So when we change states, what we want to do is perform any exit functionality. Maybe there's some stuff to clean up before we change states. It's up to the individual node to run that functionality. So this can, whatever this is, it's up to the node, the state node, to perform that. So we have no idea what's going to run in here. It could be any arbitrary code. So once we have changed the states, we set the new state. We set the current state to our new state. So we're updating this this property here, and then we run the entering method of whatever the node has declared here. Very similar to the exit function. This is up to the node to say what is going to happen here. So there may be some initialization logic that needs to run. The most common thing is that we need to start an animation. And that will be the purpose of the enter method when you implement the node. It's going to make more sense once we actually look at the individual state nodes itself. Okay, so here we just have pass-through functions. So what we do is, I'm not sure if this is needed, but this is part of the implementation that was provided by Shaggy Dev. This feels redundant, but these are effectively just pass-through functions for Nightman. So Nightman, we have unhandled inputs, we have physics process, and we just have the regular process. And these are, the ticks or the events. They are passed through and delegated over to my state machine class to handle. And so what that means is we can do anything we want in here. So what are we doing? What are we actually doing in here? So we say the new state. We take the current state and then we just run change state every time these are performed. I'm a bit confused why we actually need these. I wonder if these methods can be within each node itself. I just need to remind myself. Yeah. Okay. Process input. Oh yeah, now I remember now. Okay, so we pass in, given the state, the current state has its own process physics, and then so we have the equivalent of these accessible within our state nodes itself. So it's like a re-aliasing of private methods available on each node. This is actually quite confusing to me, and I'm going to try and refactor this out at some point because I don't really like it. But it was going to make more sense when we actually look at the idle function itself. So at the moment, the idle state has only implemented the enter method at this stage. And the only thing the idle states node does at this stage is just play the idle animation. How is it doing this? Remember, we have direct access to our parent, and our parent is this. This is the parent, and the parent has a property called animations, which is a reference to animated sprites. I really wished there was a strong typing on this. Yeah, I wonder how you do that. I want this to be a type of /man, ideally. Class name player. Yeah. I wish it was aware of what these properties were. But you kind of have to go up the tree to figure out what methods parent has. This is where it's going to get slightly confusing. Okay, so I need to implement transitions from one state into another now. And this is how Shaggy Dev has done it over here. If we go to the player states, we have the idle. And how this works is that we've specified the possible states the idle can go into. And I think this is really neat the way we've done this, or the way Shaggy Dev's done this. If I do this now, so if I go into my idle state and look at my inspector, there's no exports right now, but if I were to export these as states, we now can assign the actual animation states that it can go to from this. This is confusing because I haven't implemented other states yet, but this is effectively how it's going to work. I'm only going to have a move state next, and it wants me to assign that move state, but I haven't implemented it at the moment. So yeah, doesn't make too much sense. My logic is going to look very similar to this. We need to process inputs. And this is where I'm a little bit confused, because do I have access to See, I could just do that instead of using process input, right? The way Shaggy Dad explained this in his YouTube video was it's a stylistic thing. Why am I not getting strong types of this? Is that what I called it? Yeah, I should have access to that. It's a chicken and egg kind of situation. Do you implement the methods that call states, or do you implement the states for it to go into first? Yeah, it doesn't make too much sense at this stage. And also, I need to reference how I've done it at the moment. So, func process. Process. Why do I not get autocomplete on this? This is kind of annoying. Wish I did. So let's have a look at how we actually handled the movement in the existing logic. So this is Nightman, and this is all the code that I've actually deleted. And we have something called handle animation here, and we also have something called process physics, and yeah. So we need to do something similar to this. I'm curious to see if this is actually working, because my ID doesn't seem to think this method exists, which is a bit confusing. Not all code paths return process input, return state. Okay, so process input has to return state. Okay. Return. Because the function return type is state, it needs to return a state. Okay, so we need to have another. We need to add a child node. We're going to call this run. And we've got to attach a script over here. That's going to go inside states. As long as run extends state, it's a valid object to pass in. It's got all the properties it needs in here. So what we can do over here in idle, we have the run state. need to export that as well. Set here, over here. Where you at? Oh, right, okay. So of course this is error. Okay, there we go. And this is the run state. Actually, we can just do something up here. Enter the run state. Yeah, it's going to depend on a lot of things here. We're going to have like a handle animations helper in here, definitely. Okay. Okay, so focus. I'm tired. Okay, so let's finish our idle state. Is this broken? Okay, so we've said return the run state if there's any unhandled input. Idle. Okay, so there was input straight away. So detect the mouse move as unhandled input, which is interesting. So. Okay, so we need to detect inputs. If any of these inputs do you even need a vector 3 in there? Event mouse motion. Process frame, process physics. Okay, yeah. So after every one of these things, everything must return a state. That is crucial. Yeah, because every time this happens, we change the states. We're getting the current state on every single tick. It's kind of running in a loop all the time, isn't it? It's running itself. This is the most confusing thing because it's running itself. It's running. Oh, right. It only changes if there's actually something implemented. If something is implemented, the thing that's implementing it must return a state, and then we update the state. And that's how we can change states based on it. Yeah, okay. So for instance, in my idle state, I am implementing process state. This has to return some sort of state, even if it is myself. So this could be self, right? And that's actually fine. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So idle. Okay. I do actually want to change states based on process inputs. So if don't care about any of this. Don't really want to print that. Don't really care about any of this shit. Is there a better way to do this? All right. What's wrong with this? Oh, unhandled. Let's return self. Cool. Okay. So I press one of the keys and it enters the run state. Cool. Okie dokie, we're making process. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to handle movement. I wonder if I can implement this as a setter. Far direction. Hmm. Moment of truth. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. I'm passing in the wrong things. Function Z. What a one. Function X and Z. Just wondering if it makes sense for us to live in here. Surprised it's not moved. Suppose it needs to sit in here. Ah, Break time. Cool. My little Pomodoro generated by AI actually works. Are we having a little break? We're gonna crack on. We are gonna crack on because I haven't implemented all of my states yet. So we're gonna reset that and we're gonna do another 50 minutes. Let's see where I get to the next 50 minutes. Maybe I should just use this directly. parent doesn't have access to it. So we need to set these variables at a high level. Velocity. Okay. Yeah, so it makes sense to set these on the parent level. So still makes sense to set these around here somewhere. not actually doing anything. So oh. Oh, hey Gavin, how's it going? I am working on my practice game still. Um, it's called Nightman. Where's your run script located and treated as a child of the parent? My run script is part of my state machine. I'm still trying to figure out how state machines work. I understand them conceptually, but I'm just struggling to get my logic working. This was all working outside of the state machine, but now I'm trying to refactor it to work in the state machine and everything's broken. So I am just trying to debug it at the moment and it's hurting my head. I'm getting tired. Maybe you can help. So let's see. Actually, maybe it would help if I explained how everything worked. I'm following a example state machine from this GitHub repo over here. The way it looks like the code is trying to move the state machine node instead of the player. Looks like the code is trying to move the state machine node instead of player. Yeah, okay, let me explain this. So the top level character, I initialize my state machine. And what I do is I delegate all of these processes over to my state machine. And what I also do is I pass in my character as part of the initialization. So each of these nodes has direct control over my /man character. So for instance, when I'm running, let's go to my run node. When I am running, I'm doing pretty basic stuff to set the direction. And this parent refers to /man. That's how I think it works. So I'm setting a bunch of directions, and if I have a direction, this is what I'm just debugging at the moment. If I have a direction, why is that red? Errors. Event is never used. What do you mean event is never used? Oh, direction is not declared in current scope. Is it not? Oh, parent.direction, that's what I want. Okay. Okay, that works. Okay. So yeah, I'm getting direction. So that is manipulating the property up here. So this is the top level direction that my run node is mutating the property node on here. Might want to check what your property is actually referring to in the runtime. Yeah, good idea. How do I do that? Do I just console log it? Run parent. So this is referring to my Nightman character body 3D. That means it's referring to this, right? So this is my Yeah, so this is Nightman. That's my character by 3D. So it's definitely got the right reference, right? I think I have. So assuming that is right, we have some direction, just some got some normalization happening here. Parent. This is all from my tutorial. Oh, I'm doing it twice for some reason. That's not good. A bit of gravity. So my parent has everything it needs to do a move and slide, I think. Unless I'm missing something. Nope, still not moving. This was my the red stuff is my old code where I had everything in line in one GD script on my Nightman. This is me trying to move all of this logic out into my state nodes. So I must have done something stupid here. I think I've missed something. So we've got that physics process. Maybe check your speed and direction values has values. Okay. Yeah. Oh my god. Parent dot direction. Okay. Speed. And there's my direct. Yeah. So I'm checking my directions, I'm checking my speed. What else do I need to check? Velocity, why not? Velocity. Okay, let's give this another go. Speed 24. Yeah, velocity stuff. Direction's got some stuff. So why is it not moving? Why doesn't it move? Why don't you move? Am I missing this? Oh, I think I'm missing some code here. If it's not on the floor, I don't know what this code does, by the way. If it's not, then if I don't know what this is doing. Parent velocity. Parent of velocity. Parent of speed. Moving the character velocity equals target velocity. That would help, wouldn't it? Parent dot velocity. Parent dot target velocity. Is that gonna do it? Ah, it's weird. Oh my god. Why is it all janky? Okay, progress. But it's not working as I expected. Okay, so when I press left, it's going down. Right's working. Left is working. Oh, you have to It's like a toggle. Why is it like a toggle now? I've messed up something very badly here. Okay. Why does it work? Why is it doing this? So basically what's happening, when I tap up, it doesn't stop moving up. I have to tap up again to make it stop. Why? This is not the way it was working before. But at least it's moving. Moving is progress. Okay, now I got to debug why it's behaving in a toggle-like manner. Because when you let go of... Oh, okay, so... Okay, so I need to stop... I'm not sure what I need to do, to be honest. Why does it do that? Okay, let's start from the top. Okay, we process some input. If event action is move right... Okay, let's get rid of these because these are just distracting me. Okay, that's weird. So for one thing, why does it go down when I press right? That's not right. Okay. I think maybe my enter function is not right. Yeah, sounds weird. I don't usually bother with more advanced state machines like that. I just do Boolean checks on enums. Lol. Yeah. Maybe I'm going too advanced here. I was gonna go down the basic route, but I've gone down a rabbit hole, and I don't want to come back out now. I'm gonna try and get this working. And to be honest, it's not too advanced. I think I'm just putting it together very badly. I like how I can visualize all my states in a Godot-like way, because I plan to have nested animations. So if I'm jumping, I want to be able to do a jump slash. And I think State Machines is going to help me out a lot with this. I always like to have movement code all in a single player script, then separate out like that. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I'm overcomplicating it too early on. Yeah, this is the red stuff over here. This is my original code, and it was getting very messy. And this is why I decided to maybe have a cleaner way to organize different movements. Hopefully I figure this out, and then it's going to be great. I don't know. If I get stuck on this for too long, I probably will tear this all out. Just having an object lookup with some enums is probably the easiest way to do this. Okay, I just got to start from the top. Okay, so my game starts. The game starts, we initialize the state machine, and then we say when initializing, use the idle state. The idle state is very basic. We play the idle animation. Okay, so what we say is if any of my action keys are pressed, we will transition into the run state. My state machine knows what the run state is because I've defined the run state here. So the run state will then initiate this script. And then what it's going to do is it's immediately going to play this animation. This is not the right animation to play. And actually, I don't need to do that. Okay. What's going to happen is I need to handle the correct animation depending on the direction. So I handle each direction by updating the parent direction property based on the button that was pressed. Okay, cool. And then I have this little helper called handle animation. This is a mess. I am 100% I can run this better, but it does what I need it to do. This triggers the correct animation to play depending on my X and Z values. So actually, let me turn that on. I think this doesn't fix the toggling issue, but it should trigger the right animation. Nope. Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah. There we go. It's triggering the right animation. Okay. Okay, so it's not totally broken. But it should stop running if I let go of my key. So I am not pressing anything and it's still running. And then it falls off. Okay. You like it all in single script? Yeah, no. The movement mechanics are going to get complicated in this game. They're not complicated right now, but they will get complicated. So I want to get my state machine's mechanism working so my brain doesn't explode. So this is to save future me from going crazy. Okay. So I'm pretty sure. Why does it go that? How did I do it over here? How do I say, if I'm not pressing anything, stop moving? That's what I want to do. So, event is action, press, move right, do that. Do I have a condition here to stop it? So, ground. So we normalize it. vertical is not on the floor. That is. If parent velocity.length is greater than 0, then we set the velocity to the normalized speed times the normalized velocity times the speed. The velocity is I'm getting confused with how this works. Return self. Move and slide. Check for each input and update the direction accordingly. Oh. Okay. So from my idle state going into my enter state, it doesn't actually know what button I pressed. My enter state has no concept of what direction I'm going at. So do I need to handle my inputs at the higher level? Do I need to handle these inputs? Oh, do I need to handle these inputs? I think I need to handle these inputs at a higher level. I think I need to handle my inputs at this level. If I handle my inputs at this level, this is confusing. How did they do it over here? So this is the idle state. So if it's moving left or moving right, it goes into the move state. So once you're in the move state, once you're in the moving state, we process some inputs. If input action is press jumped and parents on the floor, you can go into the jump state. Okay, fine. So in the process physics, Yeah, he's also handling the... Oh right, so he just does input directly like that. It's interesting. Oh. Because we only want to handle process physics if the inputs are being run. Oh, maybe I should be setting these... Oh, maybe I should be setting this inside the process physics instead. Is that how I did it before? Oh yeah, so I was handling all my inputs inside the process physics before. Yeah, maybe that will work. Maybe that will work. Okay, let's get rid of all this. Okay, we know we definitely have the right reference. Oh, because that is a top level class. That's why I have direct access to it. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, cool. So I should be able to just do this then. Okay, so that sets my parent directions for every tick. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Something's broken. Well, do you have game art experience at least? Nope, I do not have any experience with anything. I am a total noob to game development. Why does it crash? Got index parent player. Oh, it's all gone P-Tong here. Oh. Because I put parent on there twice. Parent, 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 parent. Still doing the same thing. Stop moving. Okay, at least I can move up and down. But stop moving when I'm not pressing anything. Why are you doing that? Okay. It's like it's constantly updating the velocity. I need to stop updating the velocity if I stop pressing stuff. Okay, let's just... This should be one-to-one with how I implemented it before. So... is action just pressed? What's the difference between is action pressed and is just pressed? Is action pressed? Returns true. This is useful for code that needs to run only once instead of every frame. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Is action just pressed? Oh, that's just pressed. Oh, so I want them all to be. So what is action is pressed? Is action pressed? Returns true if you are pressing. Okay. Let's try all of these as is just pressed. Don't know if that's going to fix it. So that lets me cancel the movement, but it's still not. It's not really working the way I want it to. Turn these back on. Okay. Velocity length is greater than 0. That's true. Otherwise returns false. Move and slide. Moves the body based on velocity. If the body collides with another, it will slide along. So I want the velocity to stop. So run. Parent velocity. Oh, is that what I want to do? So if nothing's being pressed, we need to go back to the idle state. Ah, it's probably as simple as that, right? Okay, let's try that. Okay, so let's export that, my run state. This is my idle state. Idle state. Okay, so we need to say the idle state is that. And then if um, okay, I think I need to move this into its own function. Candle. It's another 50 minutes up already. Let's do one more round. Wait, am I using this anymore? Handle animation? Oh my god, I'm gonna be so excited if this works. Ah, I fixed it! It's moving diagonally, but it's working. Yeah! Woohoo! Can't believe that worked. Okay, I need to return it to the idle state. So... handle direction, and then I forgot how you transition from how do you transition to another state? Idle. I need to return myself. I need to return self in. I need to return idle states. Return idle state. Let's return idle state. Is that right? This is probably getting as confusing as my original implementation now. Turn idle state. Does sound pretty cool. I've been watching a lot of Godot stuff.
Here's an updated look at how I...
So, what was I looking at? View channel. Videos. How do I see my history? Here we go. Yeah.
Hi everyone. This is a complete platformer character controller with all the advanced platforming features like coyote timer, jump buffering, and variable jump height.
So this person's like implemented really important functions in a platformer.
Collision detection with raycast.
And it's open source, I think. Blah, 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 blah. Download source code. So yeah, there is some good shit out there.
Hi everyone.
I'm gonna actually pin that. Yeah, the Godot community is so cool. Everyone's just sharing their work, which is nice. I I've broken this. Oh, this is such a hack. Is this gonna work? It does return void. Can functions in Godot return void or something? Oh, I know. What if I just... Oh, I was updating the wrong thing anyways. Do share, Kevin. I will take anything. Right, okay, if I do it like this, in theory this still works. Yep, it still works. Okay, so if it falls into this condition, we need to return idle states. Yeah, okay, cool, nice. So we can run, and then when I stop pressing, he's idling. Boom. Oh my god, that was painful. That was way harder than it should have been. I would like to fix these animations though. They look a bit messed up. So let's go back to handle animations. So running right works, running left works, running down works, running up works, running diagonally works. Running diagonally does work. Oh, okay. Running diagonally is a bit broken. Oh, actually, the animations are correct. Ah, but it's not really triggering the right one. Okay, so I've got some animation bugs to fix. Interesting. Is it because I changed the syntax quite a bit. Why did I change it like this? What if I did it like parent of animations play and then like that instead. Oh, really? Serious? But it works here. What? Oh, right, I see. Don't need that. What? Oh, it's animation. Oh man, there's so many mistakes everywhere. Oh, the one big problem with the way I've set this up is my typings are not really great. So parent doesn't know. I wish parent knew it had dot animation against it. And then autocomplete would work. But I haven't figured that out yet. Oh, God's sake. Non-existent. Oh, right. Parent. Oh, it was. I had it right before. Is it animations or animation? Oh, okay. Parent or animations or animation. Oh, missed one. That made 0 difference. And actually the syntax is much longer as well. So maybe autocomplete may work if you avoided splitting scripts like that and having to call parent. Yes, absolutely. That would definitely fix it. But I've split it now, so stop trying to make me write one giant spaghetti script. I'm pretty sure I can get the typings to work if I annotated my classes correctly, which I haven't done. Yeah, haven't figured it out yet. Don't need that. Okay. I would say this state machine stuff has actually regressed my game logic. Was it worth it? Maybe. Maybe. Time will tell. The animations was definitely better before. Something is definitely not right with it now. It goes into the diagonal state. It doesn't know how to change into the right states when I'm in mid-animation. But I think I will figure that out another time. For what it's worth, I actually quite like my state machines. I like that I like how I can switch between the states simply by returning a state class. I think it's pretty clean. It's definitely more complicated, that's for sure. The trade-off is you can manage each individual state in isolation. I need to rewrite this handle animation. In fact, I am gonna ask AI to see if it can fix this for me, because my brain is not working. Can handle animation be written in an easier to read way? Interesting. So handle animation is simply that get animation name returns a string. Ba, 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 ba. I mean, why don't I just take that and put it in line? Oh, no, wait. It's just done the same thing again. Meh. Nah. I will think of a better way to do this, but not today. What else was I gonna do? I need to re-implement. I need to re-implement the. I need to re-implement my combat again. So I will have another state called attacking. That is for the next stream, I think, because think my brain's pretty fried after trying to get this to work. And then time will tell if this was actually worth it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end my dev stream there. Gonna hang on a little bit just to chat. I need to re-update my practice game. So I had this working, but not anymore. I had that working, but not anymore. And I am still on step 2. My 2D sprite animations connected to movements and attack. Well, I haven't done the attack. That is broken again. Yeah, I had this working as well. Use state machines. I can check this one off. There we go. Cool. Thanks for hanging around, Kevin. What are you working on these days? You still got your point and click game? Send me a URL if you've got one. You got a demo? What does text parser adventure mean? I don't know what this is. Sierra Police Quest. Am I looking at the right thing?
The idea was to get
have to look. Oh, this guy says better write some tickets if you do caution. Oh. Okay, being the veteran you are, you get her license. Okay. And then right. Alright.
This looks very old school.
Oh,
I don't think I've ever played a game
can't
like
draw
this.
my gun. Okay, well, this guy's threatening me though. I think he's a threat to my life. I need to kill him. You cautiously approach the vehicle and observe one male seated behind the wheel, rolling down his window.
Using real-world images as placeholders. Did you see the small mastodon chain? I didn't. Oh, I think I did see it. Hold on. Let me try and get it up. Was it this? I think I watched this. It's been a while now. So if you write a typo, like pick up K, does it still work? Do you just have an array of strings that it matches? What was that? What was what? So if you mistype this command, look at car, what happens? A lot of string manipulation and parsing. Could AI help with this? Yeah, that seems like a lot of work to get all the string validation working. Wouldn't it be easier just to be able to click and have actions like Monkey Island? I suppose that's part of the challenge. So, a lot less movement mechanics in this kind of game, but different types of challenges on your side. I do enough of string manipulation in my day job, writing forms and things like that. So building an action RPG is far more challenging, I think, for me anyways. It makes me think about different coding challenges like velocity and movements and things like that. It's exercising different parts of my brain. True. It's definitely very different. Maybe you can lead the renaissance of this type of game, because I don't think I've ever played a text parsing game before. Actually, now that you've mentioned it, I'm aware of them now, but I don't think I've ever played one before. No. Yeah. There is a modern text parsing adventure called The Crimson Diamond. Oh, okay. Nine out of 10. Wow. Well, maybe this person is leading the renaissance of this type of genre. Interesting artwork. Very positive. What's the review saying? I guess games like this need to have a very good story. Do you have a good story in your game? Yeah, I guess you're part of a niche genre of developers trying to build these types of games. Trilby notes. This game looks creepy. This game looks hella creepy. That's pretty cool. Well, I look forward to seeing your development. Are you streaming? Is this you? When was this? 2 days ago. Pass error. Identify tag not declared. Yeah, this looks like a lot of work. Am I following you? I'm so sorry. Oh wait. I'm such a noob. How do I know if I'm following you? Oh, I am following you, but I'm not subscribed to you. Subscribe for $4.99. Really? What a ripoff. I'm joking. There we go. Wait, is that on or off? Okay, there you go. I've got notifications to see you now, okay?
Star Wars Outlaws, available August 30th.
You get up for a second.
Now I've messed up my Twitch chat.
Great to have friends like you. Alright, so we call on Jerry. Should we try
okay.
Barber too? Barber.
You don't stream seriously?
There was the
Am I streaming seriously? I don't really know what I'm doing.
I wrote down the bank number.
Feel free to send monies.
01912.
I send monies if you need it. Are you crying for help? Are you a struggling developer?
94144.
You have a lot of
This game is good.
Okay. Oh, I see. You're playing. These are not dev streams. These are gaming streams as well.
Wander around.
I was thinking of doing some gaming streams as well at some point.
The bank, it's ringing. The bank working. It's working.
I forgot you've been streaming for a long time.
No one picked up, so we might want to call the bank a different time. I actually have been playing a lot of games. I like the games where you wander around trying to figure out what to do. Not walk around, not walking simulator.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You walk
4 years ago.
like this.
And then you recently started doing dev streams just 9 days ago and 2 days ago?
With its triggers that trigger the next part, though. Alright, maybe we go right now.
Semi-retired. What do you mean?
Right in our novel. It's a little annoying. It's a little obscure.
You're just getting started. You're just getting started. Oops. Let's pause that. Yeah, I don't know how long I'm going to do this for. I might burn out on this game dev journey. I'll see how far I get. I think it's an interesting experience to have people look over your shoulder and see what you're doing and provide suggestions. So far I'm having fun. I've done about, this is my 14th stream. So I've been pretty consistent the last 3 weeks. I think it's, I'm enjoying it. You should also check out the streams with me and Dan as well. Where it's not really a podcast, but it's just chatting about our learnings so far. Maybe it could turn into a podcast format. No, not very discouraging. I think you've forgotten that I am also a full-time developer at work. So I'm used to having a lot of opinions from other developers about how to do things. Um, I think your suggestions make sense when you're trying to do something simple. And to be fair, I am doing something simple, and I'm anticipating it to get more complicated. So what I might do is go back to basics. I probably will end up just having everything in one script and then try to get a complete game out there. But I thought this was an interesting experience trying to see how a state machine could work. And as you've seen on this stream, it's already getting pretty complicated, and I've only got 2 states. So it might not be worth the effort for sure. Anyways, I am going to sign off now. Thanks for joining again, Kev, and let's chat again soon. Bing.